Frisco feels and continue on with the storyline. So the French district is vastly different than the previous district that we went to. It's more hoity-toity. There's more white people, and because this is the 60s, that also means part and parcel, it's more rich people. Because this is a branching path in the game, the objectives of this area kind of start off the same as the previous area. We're going to meet up with our informant who is dedicated to this area. He'll give us a destination of where we go. We need to shake down some thug, get information from him, and then proceed to chip away at the finances of the lead person in the area. Once again, it'll be indicated in the top left-hand corner of the screen. And we have the options as well to once again take down, do some enforcer side missions, as well as burn some supplies. Just a little bit, this is minor twist, but it's pretty much all the same as we found in the previous episode.
Crawley, assume you're still publishing that rag of yours.
If it bleeds, it leads. And with you out there doing what you're doing, Christ, can't print copies fast enough.
You have something for me?
Whores. You want high-end whores in the French Ward, you go to Handsome Harry Rubber Show, Lou Marcano's hand-picked man.
Probably a safe bet that Lou funnels all his VIPs Harry's way.
You like to fuck, Harry's the man you want to see. He's got it all covered. Hookers on the corner, porno shoots, and if you got the money, he'll let you live out your sickest fantasies.
Usually a good idea to cut off the big money first. Hurt an asshole like Harry right out of the gate.
I can see the headlines now. New Bordeaux's Blue Bloods cotton sex scandal. Or maybe the city's dark, perverted heart.
I'll see what kind of information I can get out of Harry's people about the operation. And the high rollers.
Horse for Handsome Harry will know what he's up to.
So when I eventually do take my focus in and actually focus on a specific district, we're actually going to have a sit down with all our mob bosses.
I need a supply run out to the French Ward.
Right here, what we're doing is we're making use of a game mechanic that actually allows you to call in cars as well as weapons trucks. The cars are always free, so just call them in when you want. Some of the best cars are actually, you can call them for free.
Show me what you got.
But you could also call in this thing, this bang bus. the orange bang bus of the 60s. Instead of sex, it has weapons coming out of it. So you can call it in and buy weapons if you want to prepare for an area of weapons that you've unlocked throughout the game. At this point in the demo, not everything was unlocked for me.
Car as promised. That's a big help.
And that's a very sexy car. It actually reminds me of the Impala from Supernatural, even though it isn't an Impala, but it just reminds me of it. And I called in a car to like drive 200 meters away. The green people are having like a field day right now, polishing their Priuses and all that kind of stuff. So, like I was saying, once you eventually clear out an entire area, what you're going to do is you're going to have a sit down with all your mob bosses. There are 3 of them in total in the game. Characters that you've met throughout the storyline before this, and people who have actually played Mafia 2 if Vito makes his return.
Do I look worried? What about little Steve? How'd you handle him?
Told him he can't deal to the girls. And Harry wouldn't like it.
No. You go back and put a beating on his ass. Tell him next time we find one of our girls fucked up, we're gonna fuck him up. Or something. You figure it out.
So we have to make this pig squeal as he's trying to get some...
How can I get to Harry?
The boss has some VIP customers coming in. Sick fuckers who like to hurt the girls. I can tell you where they're gonna be.
Once again,
Sweet dreams.
as you see, we have a choice. How can he dream if he's dead, Lincoln? Come on! Now we have to make our escape out of here because we're trespassing. And trespassing as a black man in the 60s is pretty much guaranteed a bullet in your back. So this is, once again, like I said earlier, it shapes up exactly like the previous district. This is a branch in the game where you kind of get to decide where you want to start. And that being said, even though the missions are slightly tweaked, they're basically exactly the same. You start off by shaking down some informant. Well, I guess you start off by meeting your personal informant for the area. Then you have to go meet a guy who squeals and like rats out everyone else. And then you just kind of have to proceed in chipping down the economy system in the area as a whole, which will be indicated in the top left-hand corner of the screen. And the reason for that is what you're doing is each area has a guy in charge. and punch this guy and punch Hose in the face as well because she looked at me cockeyed. And where the hell did you pull that gun out of? And then this guy is just like, fuck. I didn't like his aviator, so I gave him a headbutt to the face. Anyways, so we did an enforcer thing earlier in the previous episode. I didn't show you guys to destroy the supply cache. In the previous area, what you were destroying were drugs, I think, if I remember correctly. In this area, you're destroying film. It's basically the exact same premise, just reskinned and given a little bit of a twist. But like I said, wholeheartedly admit it's basically the exact same thing. So what I was saying is each area has their own specific mob boss. And in order for him to show up, you have to drop the economy system to a certain level, which is the 0 money marker, because once that hits 0, he knows that he's in deep shit, and his boss, with